It's 89.1 WYBF. Today we are extremely blessed to have the voice of Creed, Scott Stapp, with us. Scott has a extremely successful career, having been in the band Creed and going out on solo tours as well. Hits include Arms Wide Open, Higher, his own solo songs including Slow Suicide, which has reached number 38 on the U.S. rock charts and number 1 on the Christian rock charts. It is a true honor and a privilege to speak to the man who is currently on the Proof of Life tour, coming to Philadelphia at the Sugar House Casino July 9th. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the voice of Creed, Mr. Scott Stapp. Sir, how are you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for taking the time. It is an immense pleasure to speak with you. How has this tour been going for you? I know that you're currently off and your next date is July 1st.
Yeah, it's been going great, man. We've exceeded expectations, had multiple sellouts on each tour. We're really trying to bring a big arena rock show into a smaller venue and get up close and personal with the fans. And so far, it's been a huge success.
Every single review that I've read on your show, it has been nothing but great things. Saying, best show of my life, I wish I could see it again. So many people are hyping the Proof of Life tour that you're currently on. I was wondering, when it comes to stage production, what do you go for? Because when I watch the videos, it seems that you go for the real old school rock and roll. This is stripped, we are what we are.
We came out that way on the first leg of the tour and just stripped it down and really got back to the roots of the small club atmosphere. And then on the second tour, we decided to really step up the production and bring in the big light show, arena feel into the smaller venues to really add drama and theatric to an already powerful rock and roll show. So we continue to just let it grow and evolve and try to give the fans something fresh and new during each tour.
And speaking of the fans, I love what you do for them. I was on your website, and you give them immense opportunities to have a fabulous night. You have deals on your website like the direct chair experience, the ultimate meet and greet experience, the VIP experience, literally giving fans opportunity to walk away with something special. And then the topping, which is the best part, giving them an opportunity to speak to you, to have a couple of minutes, take pictures. And you've even said that you've grown relationships out of it. And I just thought it was so cool because most musicians don't give the fans the time of day because they're tired or they're touring extensively. There's just no time, but you actually give those fans the opportunity to see you. And I was wondering, when did you start doing that?
We've really done that off and on my entire career. Creed did that during the 2009 to 2012 Creed tour on the Full Circle record. And really, I've just taken it a step further on my solo tours. I think scaling it down and doing smaller venues and creating a more intimate experience, I really get to see the fans up close and personal and get a chance to meet with them. And, we have Q&A times and we hang out on my bus. And I've really began to develop relationships as I've seen the same fans over and over for the last nearly 20 years. It's a really cool experience to share stories and experiences, and it really takes the show to a different level. It's been an exciting experience for me as well as the artist.
I love it because you said it on your website that, I quote you, "I'm hitting the road with a bigger purpose. It's not just about me. If I can affect one person out there who has felt my darkness, I want to share some hope with them." And I just love that you don't only just say it, you go out and you prove it. That's the one thing I do love about your performance. Moving on, I wanted to talk about your band because you have some exceptional talent for your band. You have Andy Wood, Travis Comer on guitar, the former Daltrey touring bassist Andy Waldeck, and Breaking Benjamin and Black Label Society drummer Chad Ziegler. How did you get this band together?
That was the band that started off the tour 2 years ago. And I actually have a new group of guys that are on tour with me now. And so they all come from different backgrounds, extremely talented. I've got Sammy from Everclear on bass. I've got Giannis all the way from Athens, Greece, of extreme talent on lead guitar. I've got Ben on rhythm guitar. He's also a lead player in his own right, extremely talented. And I've got Dango on drums. And so, it's just a matter of finding guys that are passionate about the music and understand the importance of a live performance and really giving it to the fans. And I've been really fortunate to find a group of guys that bring that to the table every night and love what they do.
I want to touch on your album, Proof of Life, released November 2013. You have great songs on this. Who I Am is very good metal. Slow Suicide is actually reached on the charts. It's number 38 on the U.S. rock charts and number 1 on the Christian rock chart. Do you remember writing that particular song and what you were going through at the time?
I absolutely do. During Slow Suicide, when I wrote that song, I was really in a reflective stage in my life where I was looking back at some of the things that I had been doing to myself as I battled with addiction and alcoholism, and really was kind of reflecting on that and realizing that I was slowly destroying my life and destroying relationships and destroying everything that I loved. So it just kind of came out in that song in a reflective state of mind that what I was doing was slowly killing myself, and I couldn't blame it on anyone. And so it was definitely, the entire album was definitely a journey of self-discovery, kind of dealing with those issues, finding the light at the end of the tunnel, you know?
Yes, and again, I cannot stress how awesome this album is. My favorite song personally was Jesus Was a Rock Star. Another thing I wanted to touch on is you have been named the singer of Art of Anarchy, and I was wondering, are you guys expecting to release any music next July, or?
Yeah, we are actually. If everything continues to go on schedule, we should have a single at radio in the next couple months and an album out in October. You know, we're about halfway through the recording process right now. After finish this tour in July, I'll be back. Well, actually, at the end of this month, I'm going back in the studio and continuing to work on the record. And then I'll be back in the studio again after my tour in July. So a lot of exciting things, you know, coming with that. It was a pretty unique project for me, and I got a chance to work with some really talented musicians and, you know, excited to get that out to the fans.
Again, another lineup of just extremely versatile musicians. Ron Bumblefoot, John Mayer. It's mind-blowing how awesome and the people you work with. With that said, I know you're always writing and you're doing your own thing. You have Art of Anarchy up next. You have your own solo project. I know you wanted to start recording in 2017. I was wondering, what were your main goals for 2017, since you're always busy? If anybody goes on your website, sees your Facebook, you're constantly working and you're always on top of things. What does 2017 have for you?
Well, right now there's probably going to be some Art of Anarchy touring, and in between that project, you know, I'd really like to begin writing and recording my next solo album. That would be my primary goals for 2017.
Keeping on the subject of you touring with awesome musicians, Carlos Santana, and you did work with him on his Greatest Classics work. Could you tell us what it was like to work with Santana?
You know, it was a really amazing experience. You know, we kind of did it long distance, kind of like a satellite studio situation, but he passed some really cool messages on to me through our producer, Howard Benson, which really inspired me and really enabled me to really realize what an extreme talent and spiritual man that he is and how he brings that to the table in every project that he does. It was really cool to work with him.
Sir, I know you got to go. I only got one more question for you. So in my line of work, I've met a lot of rock stars, a lot of regular people, and I've always found that somebody always has something that you don't know. With everything that you've overcome, all the struggles, addictions, and you still are here, you're on top, you have your family, their love, and you're still out there fighting for the fans and other people that need help. I was wondering, what is the best piece of advice you have been given or have given someone that comes to mind?
I think the best piece of advice that I've been given my situation and the struggles that I've gone through, is don't be afraid to ask for help. You know, I think for years and years, I didn't do that. And so many things were lost along the way because I tried to fight this battle alone. And I tried to understand these things alone. And so, you know, don't be afraid to reach out and ask someone to help you navigate through life, to help you navigate through your situations, and to get the help you need if you're struggling with addiction or any other condition, depression. You know, just ask for help and your life can be changed, and you can really save yourself from, you know, the destruction that addiction, alcoholism, and depression and other things like that can cause in your life untreated.
Extremely wise words. Sir, thank you so much. May we get an ID from you?
What's up? This is Scott Stapp of Creed, and you're listening to John the Ninja on 89.1 WYBF.